Real quick, I'm going to show you all my EQs on instruments that are typically on hip hop beats. Starting with the hi-hats, I cut off all the low end, bring it up, and then I have a slight divot at 8,000 Hertz and a slight boost at 4,700 around there. This is just a template and it's based specifically on the instrument. Everybody's mix is going to be different. Typically a hi-hat won't have any sound below 1,000 Hertz, so you can just cut that off or lower it. For the kicks, this can have a really wide variety of different sounds. There won't be anything above 3,000 Hertz. I put a slight dip at 250 Hertz and a slight boost at 50 Hertz, which I'll explain why in a second. You don't want your EQs to be too crazy. For snares, it's another thing that can be kind of universal, but you want to cut out anything below 100 Hertz or around that range. Unless you have a really bassy snare and you like the bass part of it, then keep it. For the 808, I'll cut out anything from 5,000 Hertz to 300 Hertz, depending on how thick I want it to sound. And if you set up a beat template, you can already have your EQs set up how you want them, so then you only have to change like one parameter instead of having to load up the plugin and then set it up completely from the start. And then I have a second EQ on the 808 having a dip at 50 Hertz. So then there's a slight boost on the kick and a slight dip at the 808, which I sidechained the kick to the 808 anyway, so this doesn't really matter unless you don't know how to sidechain. For my melodies, I leave pretty much most of it. Unless it's a counter melody, then I'll cut down to the main part so that it kind of mixes well with the regular melody. And equalization is all about making the instruments fit in with each other, so it's all kind of relative, so I can't really tell you exactly how it should be. Just know that if you have one instrument that has a lot of high end and you don't want it clashing with another instrument that has a lot of high end, then you can cut some of it out or give it a dip. So yeah, those are the main instruments for the typical rap, hip hop, or pop beats. Hope this was helpful.